Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that.
It was very emotional for them. Really.
The Mavs guys are still a threat to go deep into the playoffs as long as they have Dirk on their team. But with him aging and no clear superstar to take the reins from him, Kenny, how much longer will Dallas be a legit threat?
Ooh, Ernie, this might be it, man. A year at most. You know, of having a chance to reach the finals, the way the team is constructed, you know.
And so Sean Livingston in the starting lineup tonight.
What a beautiful view of their system. Lining up the night here in Dallas, Texas. On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. Home court advantage goes to the Mavericks, playing here in the American Airlines Center. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
A nice clean game, huh?
Dirk is
so Golden State will get the first possession.
All
right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Livingston in at the point guard. They get the rebound, out to Thompson, shoots over Matthews, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Green.
He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. The former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled his team's rise to greatness.
Rocket 2, Williams. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's Barnes, and he makes the 8-footer.
You know, he got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness, the long arms enable him to defend bigger guys, and also this basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Here is Livingston. Green with a screen on Williams. Livingston dishes to Green. Thompson for the triple. And Pachulia pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's Williams with the drive. Good on the shot.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Williams kicks to Pachulia. The 15-footer. Williams' shot is off.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
The dish now to Green. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Now, here's Thompson. The pass to Livingston. Over to the left wing. Here's Barnes. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Williams attacking. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Williams has got his second bucket. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here is Livingston. Outside, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. The topic of conversation, Darren Williams. He was quick to point out what a heady player Darren is, saying when he's out there on the floor, he just reads every situation and more or less acts like a coach out there. When you combine that with Williams' scoring ability, you can see why he is so feared around the NBA.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here is Williams following the score by Golden State. And it's the Warriors on the break. And that one's good. Barnes has got 6 points.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Williams, and it's sent back by Bogut. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. And the basket good. 8 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Williams. It's stolen. Thompson outside. Here's Green. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Mavericks trail by 10. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Here's Green after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. The drive by Green. Here's Bogut. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, you know, the Mavs made the playoffs last season, but they really had a hard time against the rest of the Western Conference contenders, in part because they struggled defensively. Offensively, they were pretty good, but they didn't quite come up with enough stops when they needed it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 5th assist in this one. Mavericks trail by 11. And Greg, you talked about what the Mavs did, how they played against the West, 29-23 record. against the rest of the conference.
Yeah, but Kevin, it's a little misleading, the win total. I mean, if you look at the Mavs against the teams that they compare themselves to, which are the playoff teams in the West, they were only 10-18 over the course of the season.
Good point. Here's Williams after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Outside Williams. To the inside, Pachulia. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
And he's good on the second. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Nowitzki. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And he gets it to go.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Williams up on top. 11 feet away. The shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the first one at the line is good.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or often. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Clark's checked in for Sean Livingston. Mavericks trail by 17.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Now here's Barea. No one near Felton as he lets it go. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Clark kicks to Barbosa. Here's Clark, defended by Anderson. Spates with a screen on Anderson. Clark the pass to Spates. And the Warriors miss again.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Now here's Barea. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing, and he gets the bucket. Now here's Iguodala. Outside, Green. Green, the screen. Barbosa dishes to Clark, and that is good. Clark's got his first basket.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Now here's Anderson. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Iguodala kicks to Green. Pass to Spates. And another basket for Golden State.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
Clark kicks to Green, takes the three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Felton against Barbosa. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Raymond Felton, last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, you know, Greg, being the leader, the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for you. Right. You know, you're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Spates, and it's Rush in for Green.
And, you know, getting back to Raymond Felton, it looked at one point like he would become the league's next great playmaker, drafted 5th overall in 2005, immediately after Darren Williams and Chris Paul. Felton never quite reached the stratosphere of his fellow draft mates. Their defense just hasn't been able to slow him down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Now here's Felton. Barea. From outside, off the mark. Barbosa with it. Now Felton defending. Barbosa passes to Rush. Azili dishes to Barbosa. They set the pick. Jumper off the screen. Felton with some nice D. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out to the wing. Now here's Barea. Tight defense on him. It's deflected. Here's Clark. Pass to Iguodala. Here's Barbosa. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And he knocks down the first one. And Barbosa drops them both. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. The Warriors on top, up by 16. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Dirk Nowitzki, steadily climbing the all-time scoring, talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, for sure.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Harrison Barnes is out there with Rush. And it's Ezeli in at center. And that one falls for Nowitzki. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
And here is Williams after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead. And, you know, you think about Dirk's impact. Certainly the NBA saw more and more European players come over after Dirk. He wasn't the first Euro, but he certainly has been perhaps the most popular.
Here is Livingston after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Barnes kicks to Livingston. Thompson outside. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 8th assist here tonight.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Goes up again, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Still Mavericks ball.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Williams kicks to Pachulia. Great D that time from Green.
And one thing that should be noted with Dirk and his opening up of things with Europe, we now see a lot of American players go to Europe to play, to develop skills, and so on. Both leagues benefit greatly from the impact of Dirk Nowitzki.
Outside Matthews. Parsons passes to Williams. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Another miss by Williams.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Mavericks trail by 18. Lets a floater go. Warriors with the rebound.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Livingston dishes to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Timeout charge to Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Nowitzki. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Here's Parsons after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. 3rd time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
As we're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
The drive by Green, the layup missed.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Matthews with it. Clock at 6. Back to Williams. Fades. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's 15 points for Draymond Green.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Barnes after the miss from Darren Williams. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Barnes. Mavericks making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. He's off on the second. Mavericks shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And Matthews kicks to Williams. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And Matthews kicks to Parsons. Nobody near Williams. And the 3-ball is good. Williams has got 9.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Livingston passes to Spates. That's good. Spates has got his 2nd bucket.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
Now Williams. He's got 9. Nowitzki for 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 14 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Livingston dishes to Barnes. And here's Thompson. He's got 17. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Spates has got 4 points in the quarter. Mavericks trail by 21. Parsons outside. Nowitzki with the screen on Green. Green against Parsons. Nowitzki sets a screen for Parsons. Back to Williams. 17-foot shot on the way. Again, the Mavericks score.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Livingston kicks to Green. Nobody near Barnes. Another 3 for Golden State.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And here's Matthews. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Nowitzki sets a screen for Harris. Fires at the elbow. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Right wing. That's a 2 from Barnes, and it's Golden State with another.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Outside Williams. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Kept alive. And it's sent back by Spates. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Matthews. And it's Green missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's stolen by Green. Golden State's gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the 2nd quarter. Good chance here for Barnes. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harris passes to Nowitzki. Williams against Thompson. It's Williams with the drive. Back to Nowitzki. And stolen by Spates. And they're running. Green dishes to Livingston. Passes it to Spates. The jump hook. Second chance shot, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Riggy was talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
And the Warriors making a change here. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Draymond Green. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now, here's Felton. 1:56 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Boy, what a nice looking shot by Raymond Felton. My goodness, he's smooth.
Iguodala outside. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Barbosa against Felton. The feed to Powell. To the wing right side. Here's measuring, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Warriors leading by 23. Kicks to Barbosa. Launches a 3, and the shot is good. Barbosa's got 5.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Now here's Barea. They set the screen. Here's measuring. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Inside, Spates. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Back to Felton. He dishes it to Barea. Shot off the screen, and the jumper falls for him.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Spates. Spates missing again.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Thompson. He's got 17 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Here's Williams. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now here's Nowitzki. Off target with the fadeaway.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Here is Williams. Nobody near Parsons. No good from outside. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And that one's good, Barnes.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really, it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
And both free throws good for Williams.
And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
Now here's Bogut. Thompson from long range, but they get it back. And finished off by Bogut.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Williams. He's got 13. Dishes it to Pachulia. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And the first one drops. And Pachulia drops them both. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. Plays it in off the breakaway.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Now here's Barnes. 16 points for him.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Deron Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers look.
And Williams drops them both.
Take a look at what Williams has done. He has 15 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Now here's Thompson. 19 points in the game.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's got 14, and that one's good.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used. So his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Livingston kicks to Barnes. And there's the call on Pachulia.
That's his second personal foul.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 5. And Pachulia pulls it down. Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And he gets it to go. And that's now 17 points for Williams.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Matthews. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Matthews. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Matthews has got 5 points so far. The dish now to Green. And there's the pass to Thompson. And that one's good.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And too long on the shot.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
No luck.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Matthews, no one around him. Drops one in from the wing. He has 7. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Wow. Dallas has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Williams passes to Pachulia. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barnes dishes to Livingston. And the dunk by Barnes.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, this just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Now here's Williams. 17 points in the game. Matthews, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Livingston. And it's now 23 points for Barnes.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Azili's checked in for the Warriors. Good on the second free throw.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Dallas, no good that time either.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
So it's the Warriors now, following the miss by Chandler Parsons.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's what he delivers the most.
Count the bucket.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Got a piece of it and stolen by Parsons. Outside Williams. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got 9 points now in just the second half.
The defender was just too slow and got burnt for the layup. He needs to work on that agility and his foot speed. Too slow, son.
Green, the screen. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Thompson with the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Outside Williams. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. He kicks it to Livingston. Puts it up from 15. And he hits the jump shot. Livingston's got 6. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And so here is Dallas. The Warriors making the shot. Parsons' shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Harris kicks to Matthews. He feeds it to Williams. That's good. Williams has got 11 points here in just the second half.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Livingston passes to Barnes. To the inside, Azili, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Williams a screen, pass to Harris. They set the pick, lets it go with the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here is Livingston. 6 points for him. And he gets it to go. Azili's got his second basket of the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Williams can't hit.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Pass to Thompson. From the wing, again, Golden State.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside Williams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Livingston's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from Klay Thompson. Inside. The 3 from Matthews. Green with the rebound. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Livingston dishes to Azili. The screen from Thompson. Green kicks to Azili. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr, also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really...
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Matthews goes in. The foul called on Festus Azili. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Parsons. Anderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Devin Harris. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. Felton kicks to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Felton inside the three-point line, and the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Spates. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Golden State's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Ian Clark out there at Barbosa. Then it's Rush. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Barea with it. Barbosa picks him up. Now here's Barea. Defense right on him. No good off the pick. And so here is Golden State. Barbosa passes to Clark. Cannot hit. Good D by Lee.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Up top, Barea. Lets it go from 11. Another miss by Barea. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And again, no good by Golden State. Maverick shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And Anderson has it in the corner. Feeds to Lee. Passes it to Powell. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Powell's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs. Clark kicks to Bogut. Here's Clark, guarded by Barea. Clark dishes to Bogut. Just 4 to shoot. No problems knocking that one down.
Assist goes to Andrew Bogut.
And the Mavericks with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Felton kicks to Barea. Back to Felton. 5 to shoot. Dallas moving the ball around. Lee, that's good. Here's Clark. The feed to Spates. Kicks it to Clark. They set the pick. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pick by Lee. Barea, the pass to Lee. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Maurice Spates. Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Ezeli's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge lines. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. And, you know, back to David Lee, we all know about his struggles with the Warriors, and many had written him off completely. But then at the end of last season, he showed that he still has the energy and skills to contribute if given minutes.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Ezeli dishes to Clark. 5 to shoot. All sorts of time. The shot is off, and it's Dallas the other way. Outside, Felton. Picked by Lee. Off the pick. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And stolen by Harris. And now Harris running the floor all by himself.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Here's Clark. He dishes it to Ezeli. Now the pass to Clark. Screened by Bogut. Feeds it to Barbosa. No good on the triple.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Now here's Felton. Defense is right there. Dishes to Powell. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
Clark kicks to Ezeli. To the left wing. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Clark. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Barbosa kicks to Bogut. Back to Barbosa. And it's Barbosa again missing. The Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. And here's Felton from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Here's Clark, guarded by Harris. Barbosa against Felton. Barbosa gets the bucket.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Felton with the ball. There's the dish to Powell. Can't convert after the good screen. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Clark. He's covered by Felton. Offensive rebound. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Personal foul. Shooting for Dallas, Ian Clark. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Clark. The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
Here's Felton and counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give him credit for at least taking the risk. It's been a good night for Felton. He's got 10 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
Barbosa kicks to McAdoo. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the screen. Harris against Barbosa. Now Harris. He kicks it to Powell. It's rebounded by Golden State. Rush has got his 3rd rebound on the night. He feeds it to Clark. Here's Rush. Stolen by Anderson. To the paint. And Raymond Felton the bucket on the assist by Anderson. And that's 12 points for Raymond Felton.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Here's McAdoo. Azili the pass to Barbosa. Shot clock at 5. From the top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. That's good. 14 points for Raymond Felton.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's Clark. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Both good from the line that time. Dallas might always be considered a football town, but they take their basketball seriously here too. Huge attendance numbers, a long string of games for consecutive sellouts for the Mavs, not only last season, but for many years gone by.
And how about being 3rd in the league in average attendance? And by percentages, they were 1st as they oversold the capacity of their stadium on average.
Pass to McAdoo. Barbosa up top. He's covered by Felton. Rush dishes to Azili. Golden State needs to get off a shot. From deep 3-point range, Rush's shot is off.
You know, for the Mavs fans filling up the building, they had good reason to. I mean, really strong 27-14 record for the Mavericks at home last season.
Pass to Felton. Down low, got a piece of it. Plays it up and banks it in.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th.
And it's been a long time since the Mavs have had a losing record here at home. Their strength in Dallas is part of why they've been a contender for the better part of the last 2 decades.
Here's McAdoo. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harris against Barbosa. And here is Harris.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Klay Thompson. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Okay.
The first free throw is good. Spates checked in for Golden State. Both free throws good from Anderson. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. There's a good screen. Barbosa with it. Now Felton defending. Spates sets a screen. Golden State moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Harris kicks to Powell. Harris outside. From 15 feet away, the shot by Powell, no good. Now here is Barbosa. Here's Clark. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic, a staunch defender, and a terrific passer. But let's not forget what makes him truly special, that silky smooth jump shot. Thompson is pure, fellas, and he can light it up.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Watching, and the Warriors lead 2-0 in the series. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like, and see you tomorrow.